and great finish and a championship tonight. We're disappointed, obviously. Great comeback. And, look, we had a really bad first quarter. You have a bad first quarter and get down 21-7 because we two turnovers and put the ball, gave them the ball, I think, 4 times on the plus side of the field because I thought our defense played really well, but it was just tough. So, yeah, the guys are disappointed, but I'm really, really proud of them. I think they showed the championship makeup they have. I think they show what kind of team they are. The way they battled back second, third, and fourth quarter and tied the game with, 16 seconds left. So, you know, I don't know what y'all think about this, but it's the truth. So, you know, sometimes, you know, we've had a great year. We've been 11-2 now, and we've had a lot of praise and we've had a lot of glory brought our way. And it's really easy when you're winning to be, you know, feeling good and happy. When you lose, it's easy to blame and do other things, but we're still going to give praise and glory to where it's deserved. And, you know, Jesus Christ deserves all the glory for this team this year and what we've been able to do. So we're going to return that glory and praise to him, and I'll answer questions.
Okay, questions, raise your hand. Let us know who you are and who you're with, and wait for the handheld mic. First question to our left.
Hey, Rhett. Jeff Cole with Fox Dallas.
Hey, Jeff.
Going off of that sentiment of dealing with some adversity, you guys haven't trailed a lot in many games this year. 8 of your 12 games you didn't trail at all. How can this be maybe a positive building block as you look forward to hopefully the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, I think it shows the makeup of our team. I mean, this was our 13th game. If you play 13 games, you're going to have some bad quarters or a bad half. We had a really bad half our first game of the year and found ourselves down and came back and won. We played a lot of really good quarters lately. So the first quarter, I mean, we fumbled, I think, the third play of the game, gave them a cheap touchdown on a 30-yard field. Then we, I think, punted and our player's helmet came off. He kept playing with his helmet off, which is a penalty. So then with a good return in 15 yards, they get another good short field. So, I mean, we had a bad quarter. And it's hard when you're in a championship game, a championship caliber game, to get down 21-7 like that. And it was a lot of self-inflicted wounds, and they took advantage of it. And then I think we were down, 17 at half, and 17 start fourth quarter and still tied the game up. So it told me everything I knew about this team, who they are. And everyone's, you know, I'll just say they're really lucky it didn't go to overtime because we had it in control.
Second row.
Go back to CBS Sports. There's going to be a lot of waiting over the next 24 hours. What's your message to the college football committee after tonight's game?
I think it's like 11 hours, right? So they don't care what I say. I don't have a message. It'd be criminal if we're not in. So it would be it would be wrong. It'd be wrong on so many levels, not just to our team. It'd be wrong to what college football stands for, to what it is. I mean, we just played a playoff game basically out there and played pretty dang good. I mean, that was a pretty good game. I think for the last 3 quarters, everybody saw what they've seen all year. You know, so our team deserves a chance to be in. It doesn't matter what I say, but it would be incredibly wrong. I think it would be unprecedented. It would set a really bad precedent. It would break all the principles of what we've been told. So, I mean, if you're going to take a team that goes 8-0 in a power conference, one of the 3 best conferences, only 2 teams did that. We were in. We could have not showed up, and according to what we were told Tuesday night, we'd be in. So we showed up, and we competed our butts off, and I don't know. I don't know what to say. They don't care what I say, but we should be in. They know we should be in, so we'll see what happens.
Front row, Coach.
Coach, congratulations on getting here, first and foremost, and then congratulations on a great season. What are some of the positive things that you take from this performance tonight?
I don't know. I mean, we lost. So losing is disappointing. The positive is that team in that locker room is exactly who I thought they were. There's a bunch of winners in that locker room. There's a bunch of champions. They won a championship last year. They went 8-0 in the ACC this year, and they responded the way they should have and the way I knew they would. I mean, you lose in life. That's part of it. You win, you lose. That's what's so great about our sport, because it prepares you for life, prepares you for all the highs and the disappointments. And you can't control what happens to you in life, but you can control how you respond to it. And I mean, to some degree, we controlled the first quarter a little bit. We turned it over twice and did some poor things on our punt team. But the way we responded was special. We responded like a championship team. We responded like a team who could get into this 12-team playoff and win 4 in a row. So, loved the opportunity to do that.
Second row.
Andrea Adelson, ESPN. Rhett, can you just take us through your emotions from tying the game and then, a minute later, being on the losing end?
I don't know. I'm in the middle of them right now. You know, I'm hurting for our guys. It was a great game, great battle. You know, like I said, we did some things that were uncharacteristic in the first quarter and put us in a hole, and it's hard. And we dug out of it. And, you know, it looked like we were going to overtime, and we don't cover a kick well, and they make a great 55-yarder or whatever it was, and give them credit. I mean, they played well early, and they finished on the last play, and here we are on the wrong end of 34-31. But I'm just hurting for our guys. I'm hurting because I think, for good reason, their faith in the system is shaken right now. I think they're all in there wondering, are they going to be in tomorrow? You know, is the fix in? Or is the right thing going to be done? That's the truth. And so they're hurting because they lost the game. They're hurting because they want to win a championship. They're hurting because they know they could have won. And then they clawed their way all the way back. And then at the last minute, they made a great play. But I think the most important thing that I've noticed, they're hurting because, there's not been a lot of confidence given to them that they did what they were supposed to do, and it's been enough. So I'm hurting for them, and I hope in 11 hours I won't be.
Front row.
Mike Craven, Dave Campbell's
Mike.
roughing the passer penalty on y'all. That was pretty costly. They pick up the penalty on the big play. Kind of what were your thoughts on how this thing was officiated?
I have no comment on how it was officiated. I have a lot of respect for that crew and all those guys, and they're very respectful towards us. There were 2 critical calls that didn't go our way that gave them 14 points. The roughing the passer, which I thought was clean, but, you know, they explained it. They ended up scoring instead of us being off the field on that 3rd down, and then the OPI that got picked up. So, I mean, calls go your way, calls don't go your way. It happens. Those 2 were big ones that didn't go our way. You know, we only had 6 penalties, but they had 0. Someone said 1952 was the last time they had a game with 0 penalties, so credit them for being incredibly disciplined.
Front row.
Billy Embody on 3. What was said at halftime to galvanize the guys, or was it, you know, some of the team leaders? Was it you guys? Was it business as usual? And then any thought? I know hindsight's 20/20, but any thought on going for 2 there at the end? Just with you know.
At halftime, no, it was business as usual. We got a mature team. They knew why we were in the hole we were in. Offensively, we were moving the ball, but we didn't finish, and we had the 2 turnovers. Defensively, we had the short fields and then had a couple plays get away from us. But, no, we didn't make any, like, special adjustments either. We got together and talked a few things out, got with our positions, called them up, and I just said, hey, you know, it's 24-7, I think. I mean, they did it in a half. We can do it in a half. Ironically, we did. And I just said, you know, this could be our finest moment. Let's go out and compete for 30 minutes, see what happens, more if it takes. But our team is more than capable of coming back and winning this game. And the best part is they knew it and they believed it. And they went out and did it. And then we just fell short on the last play of the game. So what was the second question? Not really. I mean, it crossed my mind when we were down 7 and I knew we were getting the ball back. But I believed in our defense. I mean, if you look at the game, we won everything but the scoreboard and the penalty sheet because, I mean, we had 28 first downs, they had 20. We ran for 148, they ran for 64. You know, we threw for 310, they threw for 260. We went 9 of 18 on 3rd down, they were 7 of 17. We were 4 for 4 in the red zone, they were 2 for 2. I mean, the total yards, we had well over 100 more than they did. So we lost the scoreboard and lost the penalties. And we did lose the turnovers. But I just felt like we were clicking on offense. I felt like we would score, and I definitely felt like we'd stop them on defense. So I didn't see any reason to go for 2. You know, and especially when you come all the way back like that, you got a lot of momentum. And, you know, I'm sure we'll look at it and wish we'd have covered a kick a little bit better. But and then, you know, they made great plays.
Second row.
Hey, Coach. Jake Healer with the Mustang Mood. You were talking about where the glory goes.
Yeah.
For the great season. I think I've seen something really special with the team this year. Not just you, but the way the team responded to AJ's injury earlier this season and how they behaved before and after games. What do you think? What's kind of the edge, or maybe what does it tell you about the team that they act in this way?
What has been so special about this team and the secret sauce of this team, and we got some guys that are going to play in the NFL, and we got some guys that are hopefully going to come back and get back to this stage next year maybe. But so we got some really good players, but like the secret sauce is they're a true team. I've said it, like it's real. You feel it. That's why it hurts when they lose, because they do everything the right way. They work hard. They trust each other. They love each other. They compete with each other. They have each other's back. They don't blame other people when they make a mistake. You know what I mean? Like there's no finger pointed. Like they're just a true team, and that's why I think they respond so well to everything. And they'll respond well to this. They're hurting right now, but they'll respond well to this, just like they did tonight, coming back. So I just think it's a special group. I've said it all year. It's been really, really fun to coach them, and hope we're not done.
Second row to our left.
Leah Simakopoulos, Dallas Morning News. I've got 2 questions for you.
Okay.
First, what do you think of Kevin's response after the turnovers? And second, what did Brian Wesco do for them, the receiver that was troubling for you guys tonight?
I thought Kevin, 2 bad plays. That's why you got to keep 2 hands on the ball in the pockets. He's the guy you don't see on the first sack kind of fumble. And then, obviously got to throw the ball away, which he did the rest of the night. But both of those hurt. But I thought he played brilliantly. I mean, he was 32 of 51 for 310, 3 TDs, and he ran for 50 yards and a TD. And he just brought a team back from 17 down in the fourth quarter. Made a lot of big-time plays. Looked very cool, very calm. Looked like a playoff quarterback to me. So hopefully America gets to see him do that again in a few weeks. With regards to Wesco, I mean, we knew he was a really good player. They're a good team. I mean, we have to, when you play defense on somebody, you have to give up something. And so we were in a lot of one-on-ones with him, and, they looked like they were running some choice routes. I'm not sure what they were, but we were off. They were just playing catch. We were tight and getting by us. So, he's a really good player. He obviously had a really good day. But, I don't know if there's anything special.
Front row.
Hey, Rhett, 2-part question for you. You talk a lot about how important it is to keep Metroplex guys at SMU in Dallas. Can you talk about that moment, Kevin hitting Roderick for that touchdown, and then just expanding on Kevin, presents like a quiet guy, but where does his confidence and heart to come back in a game like this come from?
You need to ask Kevin that, where it comes from. Because, I mean it respectfully. Like, I think it's just who he is. So I don't know if he's going to credit his upbringing or his coaches in high school at South Oak Cliff. I mean, maybe all the above. He's just got a special characteristic that all winners and elite players like him have. He believes in himself. He has the ability to go on to the next play. And, I mean, he turned the ball over twice in the first 2 or 3 drives and still put a stat sheet together like this and and played on that stage for the first time. Pretty cool. With regards to Dallas guys, I mean, it's obviously this year moving into the ACC and then having a year like we had makes it a lot easier to keep those guys close to home when you see Kevin Jennings to Roderick Daniels and, to tie the game up against Clemson in the last seconds of the ACC Championship game. I mean, that's pretty cool. And so both those guys, they're warriors. They're winners.
Middle of the room in front of me.
Hey, Chris Heidel from Herpesman Radio in Baltimore. In the first couple minutes, you guys were down 14-0. Were the guys just nervous? Were they just, because of the big atmosphere, or what happened? Because you guys just, it just looked like it was like everything wasn't together until you guys got to the fourth quarter.
Till the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
Okay. First few drives of the fourth quarter.
First few guys in the first quarter.
Got you.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. But they got together before the fourth quarter? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just understanding the question. Yeah. I mean, I don't think our guys were nervous at all. They were ready to play. The atmosphere was great. They loved it. I mean, we dropped the ball, got strip sack. They ran a QB draw, pop pass, we thought the entire offensive line was downfield. It wasn't apparently called, so they throw a touchdown. They're up 7-0. Then we punt. Our guy's helmet comes off. He runs like probably any kid would do, but you can't do. We got to make sure they know that. So we get an extra 15. They get 2 short fields. It's 14-0 like that. I don't think it had anything to do with, we just made a few errors and mistakes. It didn't have anything to do with nerves. We responded right away, went right down and scored 14-7. And then we just didn't finish drives in the first half offensively. We still had more yards at halftime, I think, but we just, we would move it and not finish a drive. We missed a field goal. But I thought we started finding ourselves well before the fourth quarter. We dug such a hole, it was just hard to get back till late.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thanks.